Yeah, I don't... Okay. I was curious whether there was a barber here. And there's not. We're gonna go look at the tip line. Pop in here. Toxicology, herbology, lost souls. Lost souls. Thomas Hooper. Yep. Okay. My name is in fact on here. Cool. So I need to go to Armadillo. Let's go. Let's see. We need Thomas Hooper. We want him because BN546 is Dalloway. Interesting. I think that's what it was. Let's double check. BN546, yep. And I want to also get Hooper, Thomas Hooper, MI274. I think so. When we left, Deputy Hooper was not conscious. Alright, we just trip over the bridge, it's fine. Marked myself as having responded, sent the telegram, And I'm now actually going to head down there. Interesting. That is a cougar. I'm not dealing with it. If I had more time, I would. Oh, and wolves. Joy. We're running afoul of all the animals today. Glad I heard him first. I can look from here. Amazing. That's hilarious. Okay. I want the documentation cabinet. We want the, where is it? List of luck. Armadillo has nobody. Okay. That's fine. That's funny. I could just do that on horseback. Fletcher yesterday was really funny where he's like, hey, like, can I just cheeky little borrow a Dang it. There's the wolves. There are a lot of wildlife in and around. Today, because we actually need to go through town to the telegram office first. Of course, there's no guarantee she even stayed. Which is fine. Nothing. Look at the tip line real quick. Which has Swanovar checking in. C1 in Armadillo. Or CI, I guess. while I am here, especially if she isn't, I'll go to the barber shop after this. It's not that one, but people always assume that it is. She does not appear to be here. Okay. I got you. We lodged. Birds pecking it. Yep. Hey, we do use ringers. Cool. That's dope. Howdy.
Good afternoon, Detective Dalloway. That's me.
Oh, Miss Mary. Yes. She got my telegram. My name is Nurse Robert Moody. I worked on your husband last night. What questions can I answer for you?
I'd like to know sort of what happened, and yeah.
Sure, I'll answer as best I can. I came in partway through the efforts to save his life. Let me just pull up the file here so I can make sure that I'm actually refreshed on things. I guess he was found nearby-ish, but it appears as though he'd been shot probably somewhere else and dragged. He sustained 3 gunshot wounds, 2 potentially at very close range. Neither of those stayed within the body. We would call that a through and through. The third lodged close to his heart and had some damage to the external skin, as though birds had maybe been pecking at it. We were able to successfully remove that bullet and close up 2 arterial bleeds. He lost a lot of blood. Senior Doctor Fletcher was on hand and acted as a donor for a blood transfusion. He's on a bit of a cocktail of things from I believe it was Medic Prim and Medic Becker kind of threw it together just to make sure they could have a sort of overall pain treatment and fighting off potential infection, especially because of the birds pecking at him. But it's a mix of feverfew, agarita wildflower, and yarrow leaf, as well as our normal ringers through our IV. He also at one point wasn't breathing particularly well. We had to use a bellows to assist in that. And as far as I know, he's stable, but I don't think has regained consciousness. The local staff has not given any indication that he's had much change in his condition since last night when we left him in their care. I know it's kind of a lot to throw at you all at once, but...
No, that's fine. I did ask. All right. Do we know sort of like is there any indication of how long it'll take him to recover at all?
Your husband is a very tough man. We were joking that his heart seems to be made of steel with the way that the bullet stopped. But even the strongest man, it'll take a few days at least to come back from that. In terms of when he might regain consciousness, that I'm not sure. It could be today, could be in a couple days. As long as his circulation is doing well, his breathing is continuing to improve, we should know that very soon, I hope.
All right.
Is there anything else I could maybe help with?
No, that'll be fine. Thank you.
Of course. As I am a nurse with the department, relatively newly, but I'm actually attached specifically to Deputy Hooper's case for the long-term checking in and just making sure he's doing all right. So the telegram that I sent you, I believe, had my telegram number on it. You can feel free to contact me if you have any concerns or questions, as you are listed as his next of kin.
Sure. Or has he got a note on file about anything to do with, like, whiskey?
Uh, he's not supposed to be drinking many alcohols. I know that. The comment.
You're going to need to hound him on that.
We will do that. I will add a note. If, I'm trying to remember. I think it was Medic Prim said that under no circumstances would alcohol count as things that would promote his well-being. So I will put that in here. I do see a note here, and this may be in the sheriff's department's copy of information as well. But it's a person named Magpie was present upon arrival, but left shortly into the treatment of Hooper. I think that would have been after, or I'm sorry, I think that would have happened before we arrived. The only person that I saw, other than all the deputies here, was Becker, who was working on him when we actually walked in. So,
Right. All right.
and I will just make that note right now about the whiskey.
You got to watch him on that.
Yes,
Check his
ma'am.
pockets and
Understood.
such.
All right. Do I have your permission to do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll have his permission, but you've got mine.
All right.
Is there anyone you can recommend that he speak to as well? I don't know. Trying to encourage him to find somebody to talk to about his grief.
Oh, in terms of counseling, yes. I believe Medic Silas Owlsley does quite a bit with counseling. I can make a note to refer this toward Silas, make sure he takes a look at it, etc., and reaches out.
Sure.
Of course.
All right. Well, thank you, nurse.
Yes, ma'am. You let me know if I can do anything else for you.
Sure. I appreciate you coming down.
Of course, of course. Happy to help. I'm going to go ahead and pull myself out because I've noted leave it open, save it, check it in. I need to go to... Hey, Ammo. Good to see you, friend. I go check the Midic tip line. Figure out where Vanavar is. Oh, he's responding. That could simply mean that he's gone to Strawberry. Or it could mean that he... Okay, how did we do this? This is where I get interesting, where I... Oh. Chaucer... I don't... Did that get replied to? Boy, that was early. Probably not. We're gonna check this because it's likely... Hey, Coffee, what's up, bud? Yeah, the RP's good. Owsley's getting tagged in on something, Coffee. I'll give you one, you'll give me one. Let's see, what I wanted to look at in need of staff. Okay. I want to put it in here, but I also don't know about how I do that. So maybe I don't do that yet. We're going to go over to the tip line. Or not the tip line. We're going to go to the Telegram office to drop one that we're going to... Drop a telegram that we're going to go to Blackwater. Because I think that's where Vanavar is right now. We'll find out. Howdy. Also might do a little tricky. Okay. The RP is good. I don't want to sit by myself in Armadillo because Armadillo is probably not going to have much happen. I say that, and yet crazy stuff could happen. We'll see. Hey, thank you, Tazara. It was fun chatting with you. I was debating whether I wanted to get on this early, and then after I was in your stream and realized, oh, she's sitting down in there. I guess I could get on. Yeah, that'd be a good move. I was just sort of made the decision, which was great. So I come down and update you, and then kind of get rolling on other things. I had pretty much decided to do it anyway, but I was able to do some paperwork while I was in there waiting, which was great. But super cool to interact with you and kind of give you some more info and so forth. I hope you guys figure out what happened. I mean, when something crazy like that happens, I suppose that like people sort of have an inkling already, especially because it's Hooper. I was in his stream real briefly after I got off last night, and just was like, honor to work on you, even if one of my characters isn't a big fan. Not this guy. The extent that Moody has actually like interacted with him at all was last night while he was lying on the ground. So, but very much enjoy the work that you do on other characters too. I haven't interacted with Strunge other than via Telegram, but psychology's got to be a tricky gig. So, WildRP is definitely fun. It's neat being so reactional. To be able to help other people tell stories. Ammo, to answer your question, which I just saw. Moody is no longer in training. He's a fully certified nurse, actually. What's up, Angry Beaver? How's it going, Hatchet / PD? I definitely have interacted with you on this character when you're PD. Hey, Denny. Good to see you, bud. How's the crack today? Woo! Also, apologies for the followers only chat. I leave that on because it's way too easy for bots to just drop in here and be obnoxious, and I don't really have mods who are super duper active, so I would have to try and deal with it myself. Pickles, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it very much. How was your stream? I have some idea of how Tessara's was. She raided right before you. And we actually interacted a little. That is a good suggestion. Saribot? I'll have to look into that. Some dinkum. Very cool. Petey's been spreading his wings with his oh no. Criminal PD is a menace to everyone everywhere. Also apologize if I cough into the microphone. I'm doing my level best not to. I am nearly through whatever sickness I've had. I just have just a tiny bit of something still that I'm trying to get rid of, I guess. Hopefully the trip back is way nicer than the one down. On the way down, we got chased by wolves right around here, like in here, and we had to dodge a cougar around I guess it would be up here, Kerrigan's. So it was like a cougar, and then wolves, and then more wolves. So I was grateful that I got all the way down to Armadillo, and Dalloway was not just standing in the medic office waiting for me. It gave me a little time to kind of like chill and let the adrenaline disappear. But yeah, this is Robert Norton Moody. His wife was a nurse for many years, and she died from a sickness. Prior was probably 4 years ago. I wish I could tell you. It's so funny. Dude, at some point you can. Just everybody steals shoes. Don't do that. Who would? I got like a snippet of a look. Was that Jesse Gold? Why the heck would Jesse be on this early? Also, Moody doesn't know who Jesse Gold is, so that we just keep going. That's all. Oh man, stuff is fun. I hope we are able to link up pretty quickly with Vanavar, or however he says his name. Matthew. Because MedRP is fun, but MedRP is always, I've noticed, a little bit better when you have more people. And I mean, medics tend to all gang up in one place, because it's easier to kind of watch one another's backs that way. But yeah, I hope the streams are good. Ugh. I don't really know how long I'm going to be on here. I was checking some stuff earlier before I got on. Kind of in the process of deciding if I want to look for new work. I kind of do. Find something better paying or something along those lines. Maybe a little less physically intensive. So at the moment, I actually have to think through what I want, what I think about AI training, because one of the things that I've heard back like immediately from had to do with that, which is it's an interestingly divisive topic. We're gonna check in here. So transit. I don't think I've watched anyone stream. Dude, it's great. It's so interesting. Medic, not Matic. The other night I started and I was in Saint Denis and I went into the Saint Denis office and I walked in on a bunch of people robbing the medical office. It was terrifying. It's fun because I mean, as a player, knew who they were, but we are in Blackwater. I don't think I need to say a whole lot more than that. UV616. It's fascinating because a lot of it is really just role play. Kind of like condensed into a short sort of thing. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be here. Okay. I'm gonna look at the tip line. Yep, he's in Strawberry. Okay. Yep, so I'm gonna go to Strawberry because that's where he says he is. Cool. Yeah, we last night we streamed a surgery, which was scheduled for 9. So I woke up the character wherever he was. I think he was in Blackwater, actually. And then checked in at the office long enough to accidentally pull a knife. And then have Emmett Mason, who's a medic, tell me that the surgery had been moved up to Valentine, which is not here. I need to go. Yeah, whatever. Because the Saint Denis office got ransacked again. There we go. That's a lot better. Twice in like 2 or 3 days. Which is no bueno. So it's sort of a, not a ground zero, but like a, all right, we're not using it. It's kind of a dead zone. But yeah, for anybody rolling in from one of the 2 raids, I'm M for Moody. I am the editor-in-chief for a nonprofit that mostly does a lot of content toward reviewing pop culture things, whether that's movies, comic books, TV shows, etc., to promote having conversations about mental health around those. Our founder was a big proponent of horror and had a friend that he really loved chatting with about it. There we go. Who wound up committing suicide, I believe. And I got involved just to sort of help increase professionalism. Kind of do this as a side hobby. Howdy, friend.
You must be Robert.
Yes, yes, I am. You must be. Is it Matthew?
Yes, that's right. I don't believe we met before.
No, we certainly have not.
It's a pleasure. How was everything in Armadillo?
Oh, very quiet, thankfully. Unfortunately, patient from last night has yet to awaken, but
Right. Yes, Hooper, I believe I read.
yes, it was. It looked like somebody tried to execute him.
Good Lord.
Yeah. I'm going to be right back. Need to go over to the telegram office and just send a tip to make sure that people know I'm here. I got lectured for it last night.
Right, so take your time.
Yeah, of course. Oh, Matthew, I think, is a medic. No idea how long he's been doing it. I suppose we can ask. I would have gotten my sash.
Good evening.
Howdy there. I don't remember when I got my sash. It was recent. Maybe the weekend. It's probably the weekend. Probably like Friday or Saturday. Whoop. Nope. Don't send. I made that mistake. I sent a telegram without a recipient once. Or twice. It was like a couple dollars down the drain. Check in Strawberry. Is that how it is? I think that's how you spell it. Yes, Vanavar. And we're gonna walk up this way into the lodge to get a stew. I wonder if we'll see many other people. When I got on, it didn't seem like there was a lot of people around. And we'll probably just get two. That way we have them. At some point, I'm going to get another horse. So I can free up a little bit of things. Like, I got a bunch of ammo that I don't really need. It might just be a slow stream. That's okay. I don't necessarily intend on streaming for a super long time. I wonder if he put his horse up out here. I always stick mine in the back, but that's a thing that Mason does, so that's kind of where I learned that from. Alrighty. Strawberry seems fairly quiet. I'm sorry, did I sneak up on you?
Yes, I wasn't expecting you to come from behind me. Good Lord. Yes, it's been quiet here. I just checked up on Ranger Crow Rider, and yes, he seems to be in working condition, so he's
very good.
Back on duty. Apart from that, I've just been catching up on paperwork.
Good time for it, I suppose.
Yes, before things get any worse.
Any more exciting? Yeah. Yes,
Right.
indeed.
So how have you been?
Fairly well, to be honest. Just Busy day yesterday. We had a surgery on a patient who needed a plate put in on his skull from a hairline fracture. A hairline fracture that was present before from a potential concussion, and then a shunt that had to be done to alleviate the concussion. So he, both on top of each other, weakened the skull a bit. Should have put in a plate there, and then wound up down in Armadillo, patching up this deputy.
Yeah, sounds well, it sounds awful. He is sent across the whole crossing.
Quite
One of
quite
those
busy.
days.
Well, and on top of that, I'm glad that Emmett caught me before I rode out. I spent yesterday I spent the night before, in Blackwater. So I woke up in Blackwater, and last I had known, the surgery was supposed to take place down in Saint Denis, but the office had been ransacked again, which would make twice in 3 days, I think. So
Yes, I read Birdie's tips on that. Did you have a chance to read those?
I think I saw them maybe briefly, but most of what I know is I got to Valentine and Fletcher said, yeah, for all intents and purposes, consider Saint Denis sort of off limits for the time being.
Yes,
Closed.
apparently,
Yep.
Birdie was taken hostage and essentially
Oh.
forced to watch as, well, whoever it was cleared out the whole place. Even used a wagon, apparently.
Oh, goodness. Yes, I do see that now. When I was there before, I walked in as some fellas were looking for some reason they were particularly looking for medication to treat tuberculosis. Which, I mean, it's consumption. The only thing you can do is alleviate symptoms, but they didn't particularly want to hear me out when I said that. So I just pointed out the cabinet, but they'd already gone through pretty much everything else, including shooting open the door to the surgery room. They had Under Sheriff Masters corralled in the back with a gun on him.
Jesus.
Yep. So I figured the best thing to do is just indicate the particular cupboard where they could find stuff to help with some of the symptoms, and then send them on their way, I suppose.
I don't know what's wrong with people. I don't know why they wouldn't just bring their sick friend in and get some treatment. It doesn't cost anything.
Well, if you're one of those types that's outlaw, in their view, it could cost an awful lot, I suppose.
I suppose.
But I don't know. I don't fully understand anything either.
Yes, I think Birdie has sent word to New York for some supplies, so hopefully those get here soon and we can use that office again.
Yeah, it would be good. It would be good.
It's probably the worst office that can get hit that hard, but well, I suppose it makes sense that it did, given how much we have in there.
Right. I mean, it's probably the single largest concentration of supplies we have out here.
Right.
I mean, we were discussing, and I think the Valentine office is bigger, maybe by square footage, if you don't really include the hallway or the sort of ward that's out the back door.
Right.
But in terms of actual storage, I mean, with the cabinets up top and down below in the pharmaceutical area, there's quite a bit more there, I suppose.
I wonder if they left anti-venom.
Ooh, I would hope so. That'd be a shame to lose that.
do believe we put a stock of it in Armadillo, finally. So there might still be some left there, but well, if we're not using that office anymore, then well, I suppose we can just pray that we don't have any snakebite injuries coming in.
Sure, that it makes things pretty tricky until we can replenish.
Right.
So I wonder if any of the herbology-oriented folk might be able to find and cook up something in the meantime.
Yes, that's not a bad idea. I think Medic Becker is running a meeting soon, so that might be a potential topic for discussion.
Yeah, it might
If,
be,
we don't
might
get
be
the
worth
supplies
bringing
in
up.
time.
Yeah.
I'll just check the tip line quickly. All quiet. Just your tip in there.
Don't let Connor hear you say that word.
What tip?
No, the Q word.
Oh, quiet. Right. Yes. I'm aware of the superstition that seems to be plaguing the crossing, but
Yeah, it seems to
well,
be.
I don't buy into it.
I don't either, but it's sometimes amusing if he is around to say it and make him do that little dance.
Right.
Not that I just do it to do it, mind you, but
No, but I suppose Connor dancing is quite the sight.
yeah, it's been a lovely couple of days wearing the sash, actually. How long have you been with the department? If I may
Oh
ask.
gosh. Yes, you're fine too. Well, I believe I was certified earlier in the year. I think maybe around February. But I've been traveling a lot over this last
Sure,
month.
Sure.
Back and forth to New York, so I haven't really been around. But well, I'm back now and hoping to get back into the swing of things.
Indeed. Well, it is nice to meet you.
Yes,
Oh.
it's nice to meet you as well.
Hopefully we'll be good to work with you as well.
Yes, are you usually around at these hours?
It depends. sometimes I'm around earlier, sometimes I'm around later. It just, yeah, it depends. I'm hoping to be awake a bit more frequently, but we'll see how that goes. I have to be out of town a bit over these next coming 2 weekends, but you know, it's just a weekend, so it leaves the week free and so forth. So
Sure. Yes, well, I usually wake up around this time and put in a few hours, and then I usually go off and fish and then get some rest. So if you're ever looking for me, I'm probably either working or down at Flatiron.
well, if you're ever looking for me, I'm probably just working.
Right. Do you get up to much outside of work, or?
Somewhat. When I first got back to the crossing, it was in March. Came with a injury that is significantly older to my right arm, which at the time Dr. Gray was able to repair. It was some nerve damage from an old bullet wound. Led to a shaky couple of fingers. Made it hard to write anything, hold anything, etc. So after that, after she did that surgery, I spent a bit recuperating outside the crossing. But since getting back, done a little bit of some farm chores, stuff like that. Done a bit of hunting. Just sort of depends. Now I'm with the Department of Health, so it sort of always feels like there's something I could do.
Yes, it always seems we're waking up to some new discovery, or there's something new to look into. Seems like an endless well of information to work through.
Yes, indeed. It's full of potential, they say. I don't know who says that.
Right, certainly. What are you hoping to specialize in, or are you more of a generalist?
Well, I mean, to be honest, if I had my way, I'd just stay as a nurse and keep helping the longer term patients in addition to the short term, following up with folks and so on.
Sure.
So I suppose general to some extent, but even general folk have their little specialties, their projects and stuff that they like.
Right, yes. It seems like, well, all knowledge is useful, so...
It's very true, very true.
Right.
I suppose I'll just gather as much of it as I can in this old head and see how things go from there.
Right. Yes, it can be, well, I found it certainly overwhelming when I joined the department, but, well, I have previous experience in the Army. I was a field medic for a few years, so...
Oh, very good.
Sort of came flooding back, yes.
Most of the experience I've had was from my wife, who passed a number of years ago from sickness. But she was a nurse for a good long time, and well, she'd bounce things at me and teach me to do various things. And after a certain point, it just became, oh, I got attacked by a wild animal. Well, that's okay. I know how to stitch myself up. I can work on that. Excuse me.
Yes, I feel like a lot of the knowledge that I've learned so far has come from other people rather than my own discoveries. But it seems like there's a few people in the department that are on the frontier, so to speak, out there learning about herbs and treatments and whatnot.
Yes, indeed, on the cutting edge of things.
Right, exactly.
It's a grand place for that sort of thing. I'm just happy to be here in any sort of a supporting role. Sort of find I suppose a passion is maybe the wrong word, but maybe some sort of a calling, I guess.
Yes, I know what you mean. I feel like I'm getting that generally from, well, just being in this department. But, yes, perhaps once I've specialized, I'll feel like it's really my own work.
And what sort of thing do you plan on specializing in? Or do you have a plan? Have you simply not found it yet?
Well, for now, I'm interested in surgery and potentially looking at counseling and becoming a counselor, but I'll need to look into it more and perhaps speak to the seniors and see where I could perhaps find a place in that.
Oh, sure. I'm told Medic Owsley does a fair amount of that. You could probably also talk to him about the counseling side. He'd certainly have some ideas.
Right.
Actually,
Yes,
they're,
and I spoke with Fletcher about some surgery things a couple of days ago. I think he's doing a surgery today, or maybe he's already done it. I'll need to check, but he offered for me to sit in and watch and help out, so
certainly.
see whether I can do that.
Let me see. What's today? Is today Wednesday?
Yes.
There is a surgery, I think, scheduled for today, but it's, I think, closer to 6 o'clock.
Oh, so a few hours still.
Yeah.
Well, I think I might still be around.
Oh, he did. He mentioned this to me. It's somebody that broke an arm and a collarbone, and they healed wrong. So they'll have to re-break them and then reset it, I guess.
Yes, I was there when Fletcher was giving him his checkup, and
Oh yeah, sure.
it certainly didn't look good. It's a hell of a thing.
I'm sure. It would be. I can't imagine having to re-break somebody's arm. I mean, I'm sure it happens, but it sounds, well,
It sounds violent, doesn't it?
just a bit.
But I suppose we're not taking a hammer to him. It's a little cleaner, I suppose, on our end rather than anything that
hopefully.
you could get up to.
Hopefully, yeah.
On side, yes.
I mean, it's like the fellow we just put the plate in yesterday. Like, we had to drill extra holes so that they'd hold. Which was something. Not anything I expected to necessarily have happen, but I mean, I suppose the plate's got to be anchored into something.
Right, yes, it's, the responsibility of drilling into somebody's skull to secure a plate, well, that's certainly something.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I suppose it's not all that different from doing a surgery to remove a bullet or something that's healed over.
Right, yes, I suppose how we look at things determines our confidence in working on them.
Very true. There was a lady just the other day who been attacked by a wolf, and the wolf bite wasn't bad, but it was a big wolf, big enough that when it bit her hand and pulled, her shoulder, which had already been dislocated at least once, just popped right out of the socket.
Good Lord.
I had to kind of shove to get it back in there, but I mean, it's the sort of thing that once it's happened once, it can happen again, and you just have to know how to either reset it yourself or have somebody else do it.
Right.
My
Well, I haven't dealt with that yet, but might have to take some notes.
it's not so difficult. You just have to make sure that you have the right angle, the right leverage, and hopefully somebody can distract the person, because it'll really hurt if they're ready for it and tense up and so forth. So if you can get them thinking about something else, talking about something else, and you just do it suddenly, well, I maybe ought to have counted down from 3 and done it on 2.
Yes, that's a good strategy. Might have to employ that. They might hate me, though, afterwards.
Well, sure, but the arm's going to stop hurting as much. Hurts a
Right,
bit right then,
yes.
and then hurts a lot when it goes back in, but then it stops, I think.
Right, it balances out, I suppose.
I'd really only know from practice. One of my daughters was forever injuring herself.
Yes, it was the same thing with my boys, but, well, they're grown up now, so less of that.
Yeah.
Check the tip line again, just in case.
Physical health checks. Oh, I did.
We seem to be good. Sorry, what was that?
I did have a thought. There was a fellow, must have sent in a tip like 12 or 13 hours ago about getting a checkup done. Somebody named Chaucer.
Yes, I saw that, but they didn't supply a receiving telegram, so...
No, that would make
I
it
didn't-
difficult.
I suppose I could check the citizen registry, but
Might as well
I
look.
got sidetracked. Right. Perhaps they're still around.
Well, what's worse is there's 2 Chaucers.
Oh, good lord.
There's a Geoffrey Chaucer. Says he prefers Chaucer. And then there's a Chaucer Draper. That's not real helpful, actually, if there's 2.
Right, I suppose I'd bet on the person who prefers Chaucer, seeing as that's what the telegram was penned as, but I suppose there's no real way of knowing.
No, I suppose not. Not unless he comes and actually chats with us. Oh, how
Right,
interesting.
hopefully
They're
he,
the same age. No, they're not. Sorry. One of them's 36, the other's
Oh.
32. Just kidding. I was misremembering.
Right.
But oh, we clocked on like right around the same time.
Perhaps we can make our way to Valentine or somewhere, just...
Maybe a little
See
more
what's going on
central
there.
or something. Sure.
yes.
Happy to do so.
All right. Would you, do you have a horse?
I do, yes.
All
He's hitched out back.
right, I'm just out in front here. I'll meet you there.
I'm carefully avoiding putting my jacket on because I think we'll look very similar. You have
Good to go.
you have good taste in steed, my friend.
Yes, I should say the same to you. He looks just as sturdy as this one here. What's his name?
His name is Gawain, after the Knight of the Round Table.
Oh, right. That's a good name.
I have another one named Pellinor, but Pellinor's a little bit temperamental.
Right. Another Shire.
Oh no, just I think a saddler.
Oh, right.
I don't remember. I haven't been riding him too terribly much. He likes to try and throw me.
Yes, I was thinking of getting another horse. Some days it's a little difficult to climb up on Azimuth here, but
Oh, sure.
maybe something smaller, a gypsy cob or something.
Yeah, the main reason I went with Gawain here is well, I mean he's a big horse, and Sir Gawain supposedly rode a very, very large horse himself, so I figured it was apt and fitting.
I see.
My wife used to read to me out of a book on King Arthur and his knights, so
So the name stuck then.
oh yeah, for Gawain, yes it did.
Right. Yes, I think Dr. Bella also has a Shire, a white one.
Oh, very good. We should start a little bit of a medic gang of Shire enthusiasts.
Right. Make the Shire the exclusive horses of medics, so people know.
Well, I mean, half the time that's what's pulling the carriages.
Right, exactly. Yes, well, this old boy carried or pulled my carriage all the way from Massachusetts down to Florida before I made my way to the crossing. So
Oh, very good.
it certainly served me well.
It was Pellinor for me. Rode him all the way here, and then bought this fella as soon as I had the money saved up to give Pellinor a bit of a rest. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for, Ammo. Moody's also just a bit of a weirdo when it comes to some of that stuff. His knife is named after Arthur's knife, Kernwanen. When I actually get into etching weapons like rifle, pistol, etc., I'm probably going to do one of them as Excalibur. Just for fun. Do you think when we get there we ought to send a telegram into the Rangers and the law, just let them know where we're stationed at?
Sure. Yes, I suppose we'll be staying in Valentine very long. I know it attracts some odd attention, but yes. Well, I
It does generally, yep. Either way, either way. This should be a left. Oh, or we'll go right.
I was admiring your hat there. I went hat shopping earlier today, and well, I just can't seem to find one that looks right on me.
I understand that problem. I have a few different sets of clothing, and I'm not sure any of them has the same hat across the board. I do sort of have a...
That's the trick.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yes.
I do sort of have a fondness for the darker hat with the light, band, but...
Right, yes, it's a nice look.
Combine that with color and you, well, you don't look like an outlaw. Not that we look like outlaws wearing our sashes, but...
Right. But yes, I know what you mean.
If it's just a dark hat, very, very easy to look that way.
Yes, I was thinking maybe a dark blue or something.
Oh, that might look good. Don't take my word, though, on fashion things. You might ask... Well, I was going to say Silas, but I don't know if I'd ask Silas for fashion advice either.
Why is that?
Well, you've seen the way the man dresses, have you not?
No, I don't believe I've met Silas.
Oh, I'll have to make that, acquaintance once we, get a chance. I suppose you did say you'd been traveling a fair amount, and so maybe you just haven't met some folk. Ah!
Yes,
Stop it.
To be honest, I don't really know who I have and haven't met. I was trained by McConnell and Keziah and Birdie and Dr. Bella, Dr.
Well,
Hutchinson, but there's
whoever...
a few names that I have yet to meet.
I was going to say, I'm not even sure I know McConnell or Hutchison.
I'm sure they're around. Take a short left here. They
But I
might
mean...
be, on leave or something.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, Dr. Gray, I found out, resigned from the department not all that long ago.
Is that
Didn't-
Bonnie Gray?
Yes, that would be Bonnie Gray. Yes.
I believe I met them once. Well, that's a shame.
Yep, hell of a surgeon.
Right.
But yep, no, Silas is kind of a how do we describe it? He's very cool, very chill, kind of laid back, I guess. But
Right.
if there's a fellow wearing fairly bright colors, hair's a little bit crazy, with a mustache, you can potentially guess that that's him.
Right. Well, I'll have to keep an eye out for him then. I believe I have a telegram, so
Sure.
looks busy here today.
It does, which is either good or bad news for us. We'll see.
Right.
Ah! Maybe this is where we go to the barber. Apparently there's somebody floating around in the crossing who I guess looks like Moody, which is interesting. But I've had a funny idea of switching either the haircut or the facial hair anyway. This is interesting. So it's nearly 4. And I don't recognize any of these people. Ugh. I wonder if he's going to remember to send the Rangers and Law a tip to let them know that we're out here. Mystery tonics to the laboratory in our Roanoke. I could do that. Azimuth is a really good name for a horse, also. We're just waiting. My dad is a big fan of the Arthurian legends. So the Once and Future King was a book that I read at some point.
Apologies for taking so long.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
All right.
Hopefully everything is all good.
Yes, I received a strange telegram from somebody. I met somebody in Rhodes the other day that said I bore a striking resemblance to a friend of theirs, a young man, and well, that young man got in contact with me, asking to meet.
Oh,
Though I'm sure we're not related.
very strange. What's
Yes.
Does a fellow have a name or?
Yes, the man's name is, Christ. Sorry, I'm in trouble here. I believe the young man's name is, Buster Tripp.
What a name.
Yes, sounds like something out of a book.
It does.
And the man that I met in Rhodes, his name was Eli Blair. So, I
Interesting.
suppose, yes, well, they seemed like decent enough people, so...
Go ahead and check the tip line.
Sure.
Oh, just the one from you.
A slow day in the crossing. Can't complain.
Well, some would say you shouldn't be complaining.
Right.
77 of 192. I mean, it's a Wednesday. Let's see, what day is the 22nd? Monthly herbologist meeting. Oh, Saturday. I will be busy. Especially at 5 p.m. Lost souls?
It seems like the stock here is in order.
Oh, the Church of Lost Souls. That's a good sign. I'm still getting used to the way that all of these paperwork things work, so I'm just reading through.
Is it the tags for you, or?
Some of it. I mean, I'm still figuring out how to just write some of the things in general,
Right.
and then figure out what. Oh, right. That's yep. I know what that man means. You ever look at the list of local staff file?
Yes, I saw that was I think it was Fletcher asking for information to be put in there. It's very interesting.
I sort of enjoy the fact that they've decided that the pig that wanders in from time to time counts as local staff here in Valentine.
Well, that is strange.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Seems to be an injured person near Northern Gaptooth Ridge.
Where would that be?
That's a good question. I'm about to pull out this map and look.
Gaptooth Ridge.
It had an AC on it for the telegram station, which I'm not sure I'm too familiar with even. Oh, we do have one in Annisburg.
AC? No, I'm not familiar. Hello, sir.
Oh, howdy.
Is it possible one of you guys can change my bandages, please?
Of course.
Thank you. Can we just sit here on this chair?
Yeah, if you like, sure.
Thank you.
What's your name, my friend?
Luke Bronson.
Luke Bronson. Very nice to meet you, Luke. My name is Nurse Robert Moody. I'm obviously a nurse here with the St. Crossing Department of Health. Do you have well, I suppose this was this put on by one of our staff or a local doctor or?
Staff.
All right.
So I got shot in the back a couple of nights ago, and past 2 days I've had changed.
I see. Let's see. I think maybe I have found it here. You were shot 3 times, is it?
Yeah.
2 were stuck in your back, and 1 was a through and through.
Yeah.
All right, very good. I found it. Fantastic. Okay. You still have a day of aspirin, I think, if the note here is correct.
I do, yeah.
How are you doing on your pain?
It still hurts, but it's probably getting it's hurting less each day.
That's good. That's the goal. Let me just double check here. Dose of GSC. All right. So it says I've given you grapeseed extract the past couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
If it's getting better, we might just do maybe a half, if that's all right with you, rather than the full that they've given you before. That way, we can sort of start weaning you off that and get you on something a little bit easier to deal with.
Yeah,
And,
that's fine. Yeah, so I'm planning to go to bed in like 4 hours or so. So I think that half dose will help till then.
Certainly. All right, let me go ahead and change these bandages for you.
Thank you.
And I'll just check them for any signs of infection, anything like that as well, just to keep an eye on it. Alrighty. Fantastic. Looking very good. Very nice. All right, let's get you rebandaged up here.
Thank you. Yeah, I think obviously the doctor who used stitching said they usually fade away on their own, but still come in tomorrow and make sure they have.
Yep, the cat gut. Yep, very good, very good. Alrighty, so let's see here. I'm just gonna do a half dose of GSE then. Let me get that. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and inject this into your thigh. That way it'll disperse gradually throughout the day rather than putting it straight into your bloodstream, which will be a much quicker effect, but then it'll wear off in an hour and then you'll be back where you started.
Okay.
Alright, so here we go. Alright.
Didn't really feel that. It's just a little pinch.
Very good. That's the ideal. Alright, Mr. Bronson, anything else I can do for you today?
No, that's it.
Very good. Well, good to see you. Glad to see that you are healing well. I think you said tomorrow you were going to stop in to double check the stitches.
Yes, that's correct.
Very good. Then we'll see you then. You,
Alright.
Stay safe, Mr. Bronson.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Of course, of course. Woohoo!
I was thinking of getting something to eat. Do you want anything from the saloon or?
Actually, I think
General store?
I am quite all right, my friend. Thank you for asking, though.
All right, I'll just be right back.
This is great. So that's what a lot of it is. I enjoy the MedRP stuff a lot, to be honest. And that's the type of stuff that a nurse really is like supposed to do. Which is kind of why when he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll have, one of you can check me out," or I was like, "Well, if Matthew's not going to immediately jump on it, then I will," because jumping on it would be great. Because I can just do that. All good, my friend?
Yes, all good. Seems like there's a busy game of poker being played at the saloon. Lots of people in there.
Oh, well, let's hope that whoever wins doesn't have anybody sore at them.
Right. Otherwise, we might be removing glass from faces for the next hour or so.
Well, that would certainly make it interesting. That's my horse freaking out. If what Tassara said in her stream earlier was true about the like rolling of traits, that's. I wonder if he doesn't like rain. Anything?
No. Did you
Alright.
find out where Gaptooth Ridge was then?
Oh, I totally forgot I was looking for that.
Right. Oh yes, the gentleman walked in. We got distracted, didn't we?
The hard ones. I think. Oh. Gaptooth is far, far west, out Tumbleweed area. Practically
Oh,
in
good
Mexico,
Lord.
in fact.
Christ.
I hope they find that fellow. I mean, it's going to take them a while to even get out there.
Yes, well, there are 2 rangers responding, so hopefully they have some luck on their side.
Yeah, indeed. It seems like a lot of the ranger folk kind of know where at least the wild animals hang out. But I've been out there. I lived out there for a time. I don't rightly think there are many wild animals out there aside from, well, snakes. And I certainly hope that there's not a snake bite in this case.
Right, then we'd certainly be in trouble.
Given the way that Saint Denis got treated the other day. I wonder if we even know if they did take the anti-venom from there. I suppose Birdie might be able to answer that question, but...
I think there is anti-venom stocked in Armadillo, but I'm not sure about Saint Denis. I think that's
Yeah.
probably all gone. I haven't really spent much time out west. I think I went to Armadillo once looking for, was it feverfew? I can't remember. And
yep.
found nothing and just came back sad.
Easy to do, yep, easy. Just looking over the anti-venom research and development project file. I don't know if they'll have anything specific about where we have things, but...
Yes, I was just looking through that. Perhaps there's a location for where some of these snakes might be.
Oh, that... I actually did think I saw that, actually.
Oh yes, it does say location, New Austin to Great Plains. I wonder if there's any specifically at Gaptooth.
Local snake species and venom severity. I suppose they're just looking at rattlesnakes and southern copperheads. Yep. Oh, the rain is cleared up. Oh, very nice. Now I need to not forget my hat in here again.
Right. I usually don't tend to hang stuff up anywhere because I will walk out that door and it'll never be seen again.
Yes, indeed. I'm just gonna check the tip line because. Nope. I don't. Is there? I don't think there's a barber here. That's a tailor. Oh no, there is a barber. That's a barber. Oh, there's a. I guess it's just a horse, but.
Yes, it sounded quite loud. I thought they were. I thought a whole group of people was about to enter
Nope.
Valentine.
Seems not.
Strange.
Well,
Maybe
there
it
are a
was the
couple.
thunder. It has been raining.
It's possible. It is possible.
It's very interesting reading through these, looking at some of the most deadly snakes that we have in the crossing.
I'm told there's one that lives out on Guarma that's, well, if it bites you, it kills you.
Yes, I'm reading about it here. The Fer de Lance, I believe.
That would be, yep, I think that's its name.
Yes, in Guarma, in Mexico. Fatal, do not approach. Well, I wasn't planning on approaching any snakes, but specifically this one, I think. I haven't checked back here today. See if everything's in order.
Ideally, it is. The only people who've been back there, as far as I know, is us for the surgery yesterday.
That seems alright back there.
It's good. You know,
Are you, oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I appreciate the fact that we can see the Ranger blackboard some days. I wish from time to time we'd be able to see if there were deputies on duty, though. But you were gonna say,
Yes,
sir?
I was thinking, well, yes, I was thinking of that the other day. It would be good to know which deputies are around. I think it'd be useful. I was just about to ask whether you were coming to the interdepartmental ball that's next month.
Potentially, depending on when they actually schedule it. I don't think I'd actually seen further planning on it aside from Dr. Fletcher connecting with Victor. It turns out Victor was planning the same type of thing right around the same time. So they, I think, are comparing notes now.
Right. Yes. I think they're running it in stages. It's an all-day event, and people can come at particular times. It's
How
seems
Yes, it is very interesting. Oh, like 9 a.m., 3 p.m., and 9 p.m. I just found
Yes.
the guest list.
Right.
Ah, yes, and here's the rest of things. Ship captain crew.
Moonshine, come and get your moonshine. Get it warm, get it cold, preferably get it cold.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What, the people yelling, or?
Yeah, he's yelling about moonshine. Isn't that
Jesus
illegal?
Christ. Last time I checked, it was.
Oh. Looks like we got a pair of tips.
Right.
Cousin Lloyd stealing footwear. Oh, you know what? That might be Cousin Lloyd.
Yes,
Apparently
if it's
he's-
right.
maybe
Stealing
we
boots.
maybe we send something toward law and say there's a fella yelling about moonshine in Valentine.
Right.
And then there's a wolf bite victim. We have to go to Strawberry for that.
All right. Would you like to head over to Strawberry and send a tip in about Cousin Lloyd before we go?
Out of there?
I just need some bandages.
Yep, sounds good. I'm sorry, my friend. What did you say?
I just say hello. Just grab some bandages.
Oh, certainly, certainly.
All right. Our Marcus is responding to that, and we can send in a tip before.
Very good. Oop, I knew I was going to do it.
Hello.
There we go.
Perhaps I should just leave it on the horse.
Right. It might be an idea. Would you like me to send the tip in?
Up to you. I could do it. I think I heard him a little better maybe than you did.
Yes, I think so. I only caught a glimpse of his voice.
off we go.
Right.
Now, Emmett Mason often has said to me that if a patient doesn't require stitches or pain medication, we don't really need to write it up in the files. But I'll leave that, I guess, to
Yes.
your discretion, as you're a medic with a bit more experience than I do with the department.
Yes, it's typically what we go by, especially with animal injuries like wolf bites and things like that. They occur so often that we don't really want to overload our filing system with,
Certainly.
with
Makes
just
sense.
regular wolf injuries. I suppose we'll see once we get the extent of it. But yes, I think just they're not big enough for stitches. Perhaps just clean down and apply some salve. Make sure they have plenty of bandages, things like that.
Yep, makes sense. Oop, we might be hiccuping.
Though, given the fact that I believe it was a deputy who sent the telegram in.
I
The fact that
didn't,
he needed a tip in the first place might warrant some
yeah, it might mean it's a
care.
little worse, sure. Unfortunately, I didn't catch who sent it in.
I believe I read Deputy Brady, but I'm not sure. I suppose we'll
Sure.
have another look once we get there.
Yeah, maybe after we patch the fellow up.
Right, of course.
Or at least make sure he's not bleeding out.
Right.
Well, if you'd like to head to the office, I can send a tip in just to sort of make sure the tip line knows where we're at.
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Sure.
they've gone, Moody. I suppose we were late.
Interesting.
Yes,
I was
I,
a bit impatient, I suppose.
yes, I suppose. Yes, nobody at the office or at the sheriff's office, so
Strange.
might have just been on their way. I'm starting to doubt myself now whether it actually said strawberry.
Well, I thought it did. Well, we can certainly double check.
Yes. I doubt we both had it wrong, right?
Yes, I would think not.
No, we were definitely right. So I suppose the local doctor took care of it.
I suppose.
I thought we were about to enter a bloodbath, but it looks like nobody's been here.
Strange. I mean, it was only maybe 20 minutes ago.
Right. Well, when I arrived, it was, I don't even think 15, so we weren't late or anything.
Nope. I'm curious. Nope. Oh, they have my hair color wrong. Interesting.
Have you been tested to see whether you're a blood donor?
I have. Twice. We're still waiting on the results of the second one. First one was a good while ago, though, so we'll see what happens with that, I guess.
Yes, I'll need to partake in a clinic, I think. It would be good to know. Though I suppose I would be the one doing the transfusion and not giving blood, but maybe.
I mean, last night, Dr. Fletcher was off duty sitting next to Mr. Deputy Hooper. I mean, so he, it's the type of thing that we could easily do and have you, I guess, waiting on it.
Right, I suppose, yes. Is that the Rangers back from their search out west?
Well, perhaps. I figure at least if we're on the front porch, they'll know somebody's here.
Alright.
Is that Nate Bennett? Or pilot, I guess?
Hello there, Doc.
Howdy. How are you, my friend?
Hello. Oh, hello, too. Just getting some medical bags for the road.
Sure. How many would you like?
2.
We are. That'll be $20.
Dude, just spy him.
Very much.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day now.
Mm-hmm. As well.
Nothing on the tip line. It's
Very
strange
good.
about that person.
Which
I don't think
person?
I've ever the person who got bitten by that wolf. I don't think I've ever responded to a tip so quickly and had the person
Just-
already treated and gone.
It's very strange. And perhaps the local staff jumped on it as soon as he arrived.
Right? Yes, they might have heard him screaming from the other room and fixed him up immediately.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Look at this one here, all tuckered out.
Ooh, the cat?
Right?
He's been chasing rats all day, I'm sure. Doing a fine job, too.
Yes, I think we need more cats around the crossing generally.
I would agree with that, but I'm not sure it always works out that way.
No, I don't think so. It's a shame. I think those rangers might be out there.
Say what?
The rangers looking for that man at Gap Tooth, I think they might still be out there.
It's very possible. I'm still trying to figure out how he might have gotten himself hurt.
Yes, well, it's called the Gap Tooth Ridge, so I assume there's something to fall down. maybe took his horse over a rock too quickly and
Yeah, I suppose it's
fell
possible.
face first. Right.
I mean, would you like to do a blood test?
Yes, I think it'd be useful and good to know whether I can
Sure.
donate blood. Well, I
Um,
think everybody should do one, really.
I do believe it's possible that we might have to do two, meaning one now and one in the future. Sometimes the first one's inconclusive, but
Well,
it shouldn't be much of an
Right.
issue, I don't think.
no, I don't mind waiting, but hopefully I can the one and done, so to speak.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the paperwork started, and then it's a simple thing.
Oh, are we able to do one right now? I thought.
Yeah, why not?
I thought we'd. Well, right. I thought we might. Have
We
to
don't have to.
wait for a. No, I suppose we could do it now. I thought we might have to wait for a clinic, but I haven't actually seen one take place yet. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's simple. If you want to look on your clipboard under, well, there's a name. Lando Lawrence is the most recent one. We're really just doing something simple like this, and then making sure that we label the sample and making sure it's sent off.
Oh, I see. Right.
It's pretty easy to do. Let me just make sure patient information and additional notes. Very good. We want patient information and additional notes. Let's see, it is about 4:50.
I believe so. Yes.
All right. All right, give me a moment. Just double check and make sure I did this correctly. All right. Now, I got a series of questions for you, and then should be simple to just go ahead and do this. All right. What is your current occupation?
Medic with the Department of Health.
Very good. Any current or recent injuries within the last week?
No.
Any current or recent medications within the last week?
No.
Any alcohol consumed within the last day?
No.
Have you eaten a meal today?
Yes, I have.
Good. Is there any history of disease in your family?
Not that I know of.
All right. Do you consent to the taking of your blood for testing today and understand what it will be used for?
Yes, I do.
Very good. And then where is your residence? You can just give me the county. It's fine.
West Elizabeth.
Very good. And then finally, what is your telegram number? I assume I could just pull it off of the staff list, but if I could just get it from you,
Yes,
it's
it is.
easier.
It's FD367.
Very good. All right. And we can go ahead and just do it real quick in here.
Right, I'll take my jacket off here.
All right. You want to grab a seat, roll your sleeve up for me?
Right.
Very good. The chair's not working.
There we
There
are.
we are.
This one's a little better.
Do you have a preference on a left arm versus right arm?
Well, I'm right-handed, so I suppose my left would.
We'll go
probably be
left.
Better.
Sure.
Right.
All right.
I suppose at least I'll know how to do this after watching you.
Yes, indeed. It's actually fairly straightforward. Most difficult piece is the paperwork, I guess. It's hiding in here. Have you been drinking water?
As far as I know, yes. A little parched, but not very thirsty.
Yeah. If you're a little bit dehydrated, it's harder for the veins to pop. I may need to grab a little bit of tubing, but I'm going to keep looking here and see if I can find on a second try. Come on, wow, where are you? Ah, there we go. Okay.
All right.
Now, I often like to try and get the person to chat about something, especially if they don't like needles. Get them distracted looking at something else, stuff of that nature. But I don't know that you would have that sort of a problem, but
Yes, I'm quite all right. I'll just look over here towards the door.
very good. Maybe a quick pinch will be the most that you feel, and then it'll be all good. Here we are, and you go ahead and hold that with your finger. It should stop bleeding fairly quickly. All right.
Thank you. Here we are.
And I will just set this with the other samples. Since Saint Denis got ransacked, I guess we can't do any checks on it in any hurry, but
Yes, I suppose, perhaps another time.
alright. And that's really all there is to it. It's not particularly time-consuming or anything like that.
Right, well, I suppose, fingers crossed, and hopefully my blood is okay.
Well, as long as it... I mean, hopefully it'll either come back yes or needs to be tested again, which is an easy thing to do.
Right.
It's much better than no.
I wonder how many times, whether somebody's had inconclusive results over and over again, and they're just drained by the end of it.
Sure. Oh, did we? Yeah, we did do that one. I'm trying to see if I can remember when did... There we are. On the 8th. See, I haven't even heard back yet from my own.
Right. Suppose they take their time, make sure that everything's right.
Sometimes they do. The first time I had it done, it came back very quickly. I was actually surprised. But
Don't suppose there's anything on our line.
nope, I don't think so. We do have. I'm just noticing. Dr. Fletcher now is clocked in.
Oh yes, he's in Valentine for the surgery. I might make my way over and...
Yeah, certainly. I could go with you, or I could stay here. Either way.
Oh, well, it's entirely up to you.
Well, if he's doing a surgery, if he's anything like it was yesterday, he may try and actually just black out the town of Valentine so nobody interrupts.
Right.
So I may actually stay here so that it's possible to redirect, and or I can go someplace if there is something needed.
All right, yes. Well, it's no problem. I'll just make my way there then, and
Sure.
well, we'll let you know if there's any issues, and we'll keep an eye on the tip line.
Sounds good. Have a good one, Matthew. Pleasure to wander about with you and take your blood today.
Right. Yes, we've done a lot for our first day.
Yeah, relatively, yeah.
meeting, so. All right. Yeah. Yes.
All right, my friend.
It's a pleasure. I'll see you soon.
Yes, indeed. Take care.
Yes. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Don't take it easy. Oh, I wonder. Reportedly falls asleep unintentionally. She's not blonde. Whatever. So these are all the people that only have one thing. Oh, Dove has an... Okay. It's just a blank. I want to look myself up. I think I've done this before, but... Yeah. Oh, updated last by William Fletcher. That must have been when he did this. Well, I'm not 43. I'm 42, but I'll be 43. I might actually be clocking off, though. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That person might be here for medic things. Howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Anything I can help you with?
Fletcher told me to stop by and talk with the medics and about a field medic training.
Oh, okay. Dr. Fletcher's not here at the moment. I think he's doing a surgery somewhere else. You might try Valentine, as the San Denis office is currently closed. So that's maybe the second most likely place to go.
Okay, so he's the one that does it then?
Any senior doctor could. I'm not a senior, unfortunately, but
Alright.
he might be your best bet. I'm not actually sure whether or not he's around, but if he is, you might try Valentine.
Alrighty. Are you able to take a look at my conditions?
As in that you have now, or?
Yeah, look closely at some of my conditions.
Sure.
Taking a look at the job board.
Come on. Seems like you're fine at the moment. Oh, no, wait. I see. Yep. Oh, are these whipping marks? And
Yeah, unfortunately.
And what is this? Oh, I see. Was this somebody carved a name into your chest?
My dad's name?
Oh, did you carve a name into your chest?
No.
I see.
People that killed him and burned down our store.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, my friend.
This last month has been pretty terrible.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, best of luck in finding either Dr. Fletcher or another senior doctor or senior medic, honestly, to approve you for. Was it field medic certification that you were looking into?
Yep.
Yeah. Best of luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Of course.
Have a good one.
I forgot that that's a thing that we can do. That was kind of cool. It's really cool, actually. I'm gonna drink this. So I don't want to just tell him, hey, Fletcher's in Valentine, go talk to him there. Fletcher is in... I got the time wrong. That's funny. That's hysterical. Community events. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the Flat Pit one. Whoa. That was kind of wild. Multiple down template. Yeah. Oh, what was that? Is it in need of staff? Boom. Howdy.
Once you're done with paperwork, can I ask you some questions?
Certainly. What can I do for you?
Sure. I was actually wondering, how do I get into the medical field?
Well, that would be via trainee. You could send a telegram to either our the head of the department, Sloan Sullivan, or let me remember the name of the deputy director. And essentially you just I think express interest in joining. Include your name, your telegram number, etc. And someone will get back to you. Let me just double check that I have that correctly, though. What is your name, ma'am?
Sorry, I guess that would have been the first one. Blake Fox, nice to meet you.
Blake
What's
Fox,
yours?
very nice to meet you. I am Nurse Robert Moody. Relatively new to the Department of Health myself.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
You as well. Just double checking here to make sure I even have the where is it? Nurse, which drawer is that? Oh, I see. Okay, here it is. Alrighty. Alright, so the director you can telegram is Dr. Sloan Sullivan.
Okay.
If you want to take down a telegram number.
Yeah, I have good memory. What's the number?
It is VN036.
VN036. And how do you spell
indeed.
her name?
SLOANE,
Or his name?
Sloan. And then Sullivan, just about how you'd expect, SULLIVAN.
Perfect, okay. Thank you.
Of course. And your name, again, was Blake Fox?
Correct, yes.
Very nice. Very, very good to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, sir.
Best
And
of
you
luck
said-
in terms of getting that. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was just saying it. Robert Moody?
Robert Moody. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Of course.
I'd imagine it'll be a process and stuff like that, getting to know people too.
It is, yes. It is a little bit. Let's see. I just found the thing. So the information that we need or that I should say Director Sloan Sullivan needs, would be your full name, your telegram number, like I said. If you have any skills or focus already, which is completely fine if you don't. The only skills that I had actually were from things that I had learned from my wife over the years. She was a nurse for some time. And then if you do happen to have any medical knowledge, where you got that from?
Fair
I
enough,
believe that's all of the major things that we would need, and then they will reach out to you.
Awesome. All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Of course. Happy to help.
Yeah, thank you. And getting to know the people and stuff like that too, which of course helps. What are best practices for that? Like, how should I go about doing that?
In terms of getting to know, like, members of the department.
Yeah, the department. Just letting them know I exist, kind of situation.
Certainly. Well, approaching pretty much just as you did works very well. Anybody that has a white sash and maybe on the front porch of a medical office, you can introduce yourself, let us know that you're interested, and kind of get your name around that way.
Awesome. All right. I will definitely be sure to do so and keep that in mind. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Do you have any medical knowledge? Would you be more interested in like a shorter term treatment or longer term treatment, or?
I would So my parents worked in the hospital all of my life, so stuff like that would interest me. But I think you have a patient, so.
Oop, apologies. Hello.
Are you like a doctor and shit?
I'm a nurse. Yes.
Oh, so you can like look over me and all that?
Yep, I could.
Very well. Like, do you have time for that, or do you have more important shit to do?
Well, I was gonna lay my head down, but I could certainly take a look at you. What is your name, sir? My name is Nurse Robert Moody. I'm with the Saints Crossing Department of Health here.
Nice to meet you. My name's Stan Stills. I work for Pronghorn Produce and shit.
All right, Mr. Stan. If you'd like to come inside. Do you have any active injuries, or is this just sort of a overall evaluation, checkup, etc.?
Well, I had the local nurses look at me really early this morning and shit.
Okay. And, ma'am, your name?
Sky Dalton.
Nice to meet you. All right, Mr. Stan. What injuries did they look at this morning? What am I following up on?
Well,
hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have been stitched up and shit.
Okay. And what happened to your hands?
So I got into a fight with a fucking bear. So.
Oh my. All right.
Yeah. So. Just the bear was just biting on my fucking hands here, and luckily I didn't lose any fucking fingers, but
Right, but I'm sure you're fairly gnawed on. Did they give you anything for pain, anything like that?
No, they didn't. They didn't ask and shit. So I guess that's why I'm here.
Certainly. All right. Well, let me just take a look. Alright, is it alright with you if I remove these bandages? I will rebandage after I'm done.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's see here. Is it both hands that the bear was gnawing on?
Yes.
Alright. This does not look good. some swelling here already, and it's a good thing you had me take the bandages off. You don't smell so great, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean your hands up here. We're gonna wash them. We're gonna put a little bit of alcohol on them. It's gonna burn a tiny bit, but it will help stave off infection. I will also might get a little bit of a drug on board for you. Let me just quickly review my notes so that I make sure I go with the right one. We want infection. Clean it. Might need to restitch it.
How long have you like been a nurse and shit?
Well, I got my sash into last week, so not super long, but I know what I'm doing as far as the crossing is concerned. All right. So I may need to.
Congratulations on your sash.
Oh, thank you. I may need to redo the stitching. It might be part of the problem.
Very well.
Ideally not. It may just be some dirt or something that got in there. And have you been feeling achy, chills, anything like that?
Achy and shit.
All right, and that's other than your hands, like the rest of you's achy. I'm just trying to watch for.
Oh yeah.
Any signs of fever?
I haven't been feeling feverish at all and shit.
Okay.
It's just
okay, that's good.
The
That's good.
achiness, so.
And we will have hopefully caught it before anything is really done. Anything. All right, so. Alright, so I'm just going to rinse with this. Shouldn't be any pain or anything like that with this. And then... I may need to redo your stitching. It doesn't look great. That'll be alright. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clip the stitches and pull them out. We're going to clean the wound while you've got you open, and then redo the stitches, and then I'll wrap you up again, and we should be good to have you on your way. We are probably going to need to keep an eye on this, so might have to have you come back in a day or so just to make sure that the infection has not gotten worse and in fact has healed. All right.
He left it.
Alright, and let's see, that's should be the left hand, and then we're going to do that with your right now too.
You know, when that person robbed me, and he took my lich field, When he saw that it was only etched and not customized, he called me stupid. I got so confused.
Also, I'd like to
What?
congratulate you and shit on your,
Uh-huh.
on your
Yeah.
promotion.
Thank you.
Like, you're stupid. Like,
No
okay,
need, just doing my job to
whatever
help
you
others.
say, sir. I don't care.
All right, and as soon as we've got these stitches out, I'll go ahead and clean you up a little bit better. All right. I'm just gonna dab at the wound with this gauze that I've soaked in alcohol. It may sting a bit. That's okay. That's just your body telling you that something's happening and it's not happy. All right. And you're not reacting all that much. Normally, well, I think I will just go ahead. Are you allergic to cocaine or anything like that?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I'm just going to use a little bit of cocaine paste on your hands just to numb them up a little before I do any stitch work. Alright, we'll just rub that on here, just around the wound, not in the wound. Alright, and then we will just take a second, let it start to work so that it's all numb. Give me one moment.
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel that numbing and shit.
Yep, it'll start to feel a little strange, like it's somebody else's hands. That's perfectly normal. Can you feel this?
Actually, no. Oh, no, I cannot.
Very good. Then I'm going to go ahead and get you stitched up. That way we can get a little phenacetin in you and then get you on your way. Alright. This should not take very long. Hand is delicate, you shouldn't need too much. Just keep paying attention to it. You notice any swelling, pain, anything like that. If it starts to smell, and certainly if you notice any weeping of the wound, and especially green or yellow, definitely come back as soon as possible. Alright, we are good there. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap you back up with some fresh gauze here.
Petting the cat. Let her pet the cat.
Alright. Okay.
Give me the $50. I'll take it.
And you should be all good, Mr. Stan. I just need one last thing before you go. Just for paperwork purposes. since you are probably going to be coming back, just to double check on that and to make sure they come out safe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, and your name was Stan Stills. Would you mind giving me your telegram number?
GB445.
All right, that is GB Great Big 445.
Correct.
Okay, very good. As far as I'm concerned, Mr. Stills, you should be all good for the moment.
Great.
Love to hear it.
Thank you again for
Of course.
checking on him.
I did say something about finish eating, though. Hold on one second.
Is that like willow?
It's an injection.
Willow bark tablets.
It's actually just an injection. It helps to fight off any fever. We may not actually need it. I might just be able to give you some feverfew. Have you chew on that a couple times over the next day, if that works for you?
Yeah, that is yeah, that's better than what you said, like an injection.
Yeah, I given that you're not actually feeling any fever, it would be more of a preventative thing. So feverfew is probably a better idea. All right.
Do I like chew it like bacca or?
Oh yeah, that would work just fine. Don't swallow it. And don't chew all of it at once. Maybe a pinch today, pinch tomorrow, pinch the next day after that. But here you are. Alrighty, Mr. Stills. You be safe. Maybe don't go boxing any more bears.
Yeah, I'll try not to and shit.
Before you leave, Stan, do you have next of kins?
Can I like memorize telegrams for that shit?
Well, he would write it down in your citizen profile. So if anything happens, let's say you get attacked by a bunch of bears, and you don't get so lucky, they can telegram 3 specific people for you, so that people know what's happened, just in case.
Sounds like putting responsibility on others and shit. But
no,
okay,
it is not putting responsibility on others. It is making sure that your friends and family know if something is wrong.
Well, before you yell at me, I understand. You know, gotta let everybody know and shit. That's what I was gonna say.
Another thing that it would do for you, Mr. Stills, is if you happen to be, say, brought in here because you didn't beat the bear and you had been chewed on, it would allow me to let 1 or 2 of these folks with you actually stay in here while we were working on you. Ordinarily, we'd have to sort of shoo them out the door.
It also allows the people on your next of kin are allowed to make calls if you are not able to make calls yourself. Let's say if you're like in some kind of comatose state or something, then people on the next of kin would be allowed to make calls.
Yep, that is true.
To for your health.
All right. Well, yes, my next of kin goes to these 2 folks in the office here and shit.
All right. And your names again? I know I met one of you, but focusing on things.
Sky, you want to go first?
Mhm. My name's Sky Dalton. And my telegram is XF914.
All right, so the Sky, is that SKYE?
Correct.
Okay, and then Dalton, DALTON,
Yes.
XF914.
Yes.
Very good. And you, my friend.
Sammy Hartman. SAMMIE.
All right.
Hartman, HART man. And my telegram is WJ336.
Very good. Sammy, SAMMIE, Hartman, HARTMAN, WJ336.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. Your next of kin is saved, Mr. Stills. We've got that on here now for you, should anything happen in the future.
Alright, thank you for taking care of me and shit.
Of course, my friend. Of course.
Sky, do you have next of kin?
Uh,
I'm securing all of you here.
okay.
You don't have to. This is your choice. I just want to make this abundantly clear. You do not have to. This is completely up to you. But I want to make sure that, you know, if you want some, you know, you should probably fix it and get it.
Well, again, it would be the same as her. It would be Stan and Sammy.
Okay, let me just go ahead and grab those. Alright, so we have Sammy Hartman, WJ336. And Mr. Standstills, it was GB445, I think.
Yeah, gigantic balls 445. That's right.
Very good. We've got that one now too.
Yeehaw.
Alright, anybody else need next of kin added while I'm at it?
Yeah, actually, could you tell me what mine are? It's John Henry on the...
Yeah, let's see. Could you confirm your telegram number for me, Mr. Henry?
KY207.
Okay, I have two here. The first is Sparks, WD223, and the second is Rooster Callahan, MF618.
Oh, okay. Let's add Tess Cassidy on there. Shit, it's XT107, I believe. Let me go double check.
Sure.
But he could also check it on her citizen.
Yeah, isn't she a fucking doctor or something?
She's a medic.
Yeah,
She's a medic with the department, yes.
Right.
Did he just run out?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I will say he made a very good exit, but a better entrance, if you ask me. I'm assuming you have your, next again and shit. Sammy.
I'm gonna make a change as well after Clay has.
Yeah, right.
Actually, since I'm Stan's next of kin, what happened to his hand? Was it infected?
It's starting to show signs of infection, but I think we caught it early enough that it should clear up. Put a little alcohol on it to clean it out and redid the stitching on it. Looked like it had been done maybe by a novice. I assume a local doctor, I think, from what he said, had worked on it.
All right.
So he should be all good and coming back in a day or two. Okay, and remind me of what it was. XT something.
XT-107, Tess Cassidy.
Very good.
Thank you.
Of course. Alrighty, and we are all good. Thank you, folks.
Could you do mine as well?
Oh, that's right. Yes. Let me see. Sammy Hartman. We have Therese Richter and Ruby Rains, I believe.
Really?
Yep. Confirm your telegram number for me.
WJ336.
Yep. Those are the two that are here.
Huh. Okay. All right. Right. That. Okay. Could you put John Henry on there? Clay, what's your telegram? Clay?
It was KY something.
Yeah.
I remember the first two letters, but I don't remember the numbers and shit.
Hold on, I had stuff done.
Sure.
KY207.
Very good. Any others? Or would you like me to remove either of the two already there?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you very much. Sorry to
Of course.
take up your time.
No, it's part of why I'm here. Y'all be safe now.
You too.
You can't run your way out of this one. What do you mean?
We all set here.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going back to the ranch.
Alright. You two staying here in town, going to the ranch.
I would like to relax at the ranch and shit.
Alright, back to the ranch. Clay, we're coming with you.
Yeah, we'll say that started at 5:20. Yeah, that's how you spell stitches. Removed old stitches. Cleaned and resutured before rebandaging. I want to look at. Do. I guess I don't. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah. Hmm. All right, and with that, I'm gonna go off duty and go do some real things. Thanks so much for hanging. Thanks to Tassara and to Denny for the raids. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you to new followers. Silas, Coffee Achiever, I should say, and Fighting Pickles. Appreciate you. I don't know when I'll be back on. I might be back super late tonight. Depends if anything's going on and how late I'm out. Might be back. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If you see the Get in the Saddlebags notification, you know, get in the saddlebag. Thanks very much, friends. Have a good one. We got a couple people. We might try and do a raid. Let's see. Who else is streaming? Garbage. Theodore Rosenberg. Eli Blair. Vannevar streaming. Let's do Scottish Napoleon. That sounds fine. We're gonna go ahead and rate him. All right. Once again, thank you, friends. We're gonna go ahead and pop in to Scottish Napoleon, and yeah, he plays a lot of character. Hopefully, it'll be exciting and good. Have fun, friends.